Sure if I was going to do today, but I need to be consistent. Okay, so that's good. I didn't do anything. I didn't do my hair. I didn't do my brows. I wanted to. This weather is gross and makes me tired. So we have coffee and Maleficent today. I did have like a little bit of concealer under my eyes when I went to work today. I took that off. I have basically nothing left in my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, which I really like this, and it's quite expensive. So, I don't know. Maybe my birthday's in like a little over a month, so who wants to send me birthday presents, let me know. Or I'll get a P.O. box. So I'm just going to use this a little bit. I haven't gotten another primer since last week when I tried that other one, but I did return that one and get my money back, so that worked out well. I've been doing liquid liner for the past 2 days, not on camera, so I was just like messing around with it because I actually wanted to use a kind that I have and it didn't work out that well, so then I was like, well, I'll buy this other one. So I bought this other one, which of course I used yesterday and I can't find it. To be honest, it's this one, the NYX, that's the point. I may find it, but it actually, like, you know when you color with markers and then you could see like just skips, that's what it did. So I'm just going to do what I did the other day, and I'm going to use this Voluminous Lash Paradise. We'll see how it goes. So let's get into this. I think this is gone. I'm going to go into my tried and true primer, the Clarins. I have to start tagging my videos more. I always forget. I don't know. I try. I have like 500 things that I'm like doing all the time or thinking about, so it's hard. So one good thing is, I think, as far as I know, doing this liner actually took like less time than doing like a blended eye look. And one of my favorite looks like ever that I always would do is like a baby pink eyeshadow and then a black liner. So alright, let's make sure that's blended. Alright, that's good. Just to kind of give it a little more of a dramatic effect, I'm going to go in, this is the NYX, just their, oh, slide on, Extreme Shine Eyeliner, but in jet black. And I know some people get grossed out, but I'm going to do it on that upper waterline, so it makes my lashes look a little darker, but also helps the, so if you can see the difference between that one and that one. Because of my nails being so long, this one's not as easy to do. And the only thing that sucks is when I do this, it'll go down on here on the lower waterline, which I'm not a fan of, but I'll just wipe it off. I liked how this looked yesterday when I used it. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I had something in my eye, scratching me, of course. So it's a little lighter than I would like, but I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to try and do the brows kind of quick. I need to like maybe do like a speed brow test. So it covers pretty good. I mean, it's just about the shade of my skin, but on the same hand, I like my foundation just to be like a smidge darker. So I'm going to put this over so the brow stuff has somewhere to stick to. Has whatever that's poking me in the eye. I'm going to use, I'm going to use this. I actually got this from work, and it's a dark brown pencil, but I don't have a lighter one. I saw a live the other day of a lot of like Benefit brow stuff, so I'm kind of intrigued to maybe grab a couple of those. I have like one or two, but I don't know. I don't ever really have good luck with like actual brow stuff. I do much better with like eyeshadow and eyeliner, but I was like, well, let's just go ahead. I hear it pouring outside. Yay. So I'm just trying, I wish they hit this eyebrow. That looks really bright. Yeah. Well, I stopped. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I think that's a little too bright there. That's better. I don't think you could see what I was doing with it. I stopped on the way home from work and got gas. So, you know, and then everybody's like, don't let your gas go so low when it's cold outside. And I'm like, it's not like I mean to. I just like don't have the money to keep putting gas in until I get the money. And then when I have the money, I'll put it in. So that's how it goes. This one's down a little farther. But yeah, work was slow this week, which sucked. I hate when it's slow, obviously, because if I don't have clients, I don't get paid. And the thing I hate the most is people keep being like, I need to come see you, I need to get this done, I need to get that done. And then what do? Not come. And I'm like, okay, so I know Saturday I have like 2 people, but it's supposed to snow really bad tomorrow. So those may be canceled. And if so, that's understandable. But telling me that you're going to come and be my client and then you never come, I'm like, okay. Alright. So this is pretty much what I did yesterday. I'm just like filling this in here, connecting these. I tried using lighter stuff too, but the only thing that sucks is like my natural brows are so dark that when I use lighter stuff, you could just see like my natural brows. I know last week I mentioned like bleaching them and it's a pain in the ass, so I'm not going to do that. Alright. Yesterday when I did my liner, I was like, one side is like way off compared to the other side, and my daughter's like, I don't know anything about makeup, and I'm like, I know you don't. I'm like, but you can draw, so it's pretty much the same thing. It's poking me in the eyes, pissing me off, so give me a second. Oh, I think I got it. Thank God. Then like you draw, it's the same thing. Like, just tell me, like, does one side look more angled than the other? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, exactly. That's what I thought. Yeah, so these are just going to be kind of quick. I think I found like quickly doing them and not obsessing too much has been working out pretty good. At least the past 2 days. Now, could next week be totally different? Absolutely. I'm like hunched down. I have to see in this mirror. Well, I hope everybody's week went good though. Nothing really exciting in February except Groundhog saw his shadow yesterday. Oh my gosh, I used to go down in my eye. I'm gonna be sitting here this whole time. I have eye drops though, so. Alright, that's not too bad. Like I said, I don't want to spend like a million years on it. I just want to clean up this piece here. I need to get something separate for like music. Alright, eye drops, here we go, because that shit in my eye is really pissing me off. Okay, I wish I found, I love how I buy stuff and then I'm like, whoops, I lost it. That's true. You're absolutely right. And that's why I was like, I am super tired today, but I'm still gonna come on here and do this because nothing happens if you're inconsistent, right? Okay, so let's do, I used this one the other day and it was just like not as great as I would like. It kind of gets like dried out and chunky. Like right here, it doesn't, it looks like it's wet and covered, but this is all like white. I don't understand how, if there's product in here, like what the hell the problem is. So I was on Instagram the other day, and I wonder if I could lower this just a little bit. That's better. And then I saw this thing because I like this one. Because usually how I'll do like winged liner, it's like a swoop and then up. But I like this straight across look. The only problem is her eyes aren't straight across, and mine definitely aren't. So this chick was like, oh, you just kind of like stick it in the top of your eye where it's the highest, and then do the same on the other side. And I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna go right where the highest part of my eye is, and just put a little dot there, and then do the same thing on the other side. I wonder if I should bring this closer. Sorry for like fidgeting with this. It just doesn't work the same if it's my phone. Like YouTube Live, if it's just like an actual video, it's different. I could always probably do a separate one, but I just don't want everybody seeing me. Like, I don't really see all around, so if you can't see the makeup, then what's the point, right? Okay, that might be better. Kind of. Yeah, so right there, and then right there. So I was like, okay, cool. So then this chick's like, take it straight out this way, and then just go across here. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. I'm like, just pretend that that part of your eye doesn't exist. So you look straight in the mirror and draw a straight line out. But your eye's curved, so, and then I have this part of my eye that comes in the way, and I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, alright, let's go. So you come out that way. Yesterday it ended up being a lot more dramatic, which I liked, but I liked the day before's better, so I'm going to try and recreate that. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just keep looking straight in the mirror. Pretend that you don't have any curves on your eyeball whatsoever. And any of the lines. Okay, so if they're down or curved different, then I could always fix them. And then I just looked up this way too to try and fix it. So let's make this one more straight. See, and then that's how this friggin', I'm gonna like do this each time. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead here. And here. Just kind of gotta eyeball it. It's like the most strenuous part. And then this shitty eyeliner that's like dragging and gloppy. But I'll make it work. It actually is not too bad. Okay, then we're going to connect here to here. And the same thing, like skin moves. So, yeah, it's definitely not as dramatic as yesterday, which is good because I want it to look like I had it the other day. Just making a triangle. I think that's good. This one looks a little smaller. So we're just going to go ahead and make that one just a smidge bigger, and then I'll be okay. Just like here. And it's always like not even a millimeter in length that it's like off, but it'll bug the hell out of me. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so if you see, there's like holes there, so just gotta fill those in. And then it looks weird like this, but it'll get fixed. Let me know if the lighting, like if I should turn it up more, because I did turn it down, but it seems like now it's too low. I'm working with a cheapo setup here, guys. So, all right, let's go in and connect these. And then connect these. This one's a little off on the bottom, but I'll clean that up. A little more straight. I forgot to put eyeshadow primer on too. Okay, that's not too bad. Next, I'm going to work right here and move those down. Like the idea is when your eye is open, you want it to look like it's a straight across little like triangle. And only line there. Okay. Looks like the same thickness. It feels like the brush on this just gets like super dry really quick, which is really weird. I messed up a little bit on that side, but that's okay. Like I said, I didn't use the shadow primer yet either, so alright, so I'm gonna try and let this dry, and then I'm gonna fix this side because it's just a little, it's not straight, like super straight. So I'm gonna take my trusty little brush that I use for like everything, and I'm gonna just like chisel that tiny bit out. And even though I don't really need to clean up this side that much, I'm going to do the same thing just so that both of the sides match as far as colors go. And then right up here where that little point, and let's just do you the same way. Okay, good. All right, let's do the shadow primer. Everybody's hoping to get like a boatload of snow tomorrow. I mean, to be honest, if we're gonna get some, I would rather just be like a lot, but you know. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the P. Louise base. I'm not gonna use a whole bunch, just like a little bit. And now, because I had already did my lines, now I have to avoid them. Yay. If you hear that, there's a little one downstairs that's now into Fortnite, so the right eye is easy, but then the left eye to try and keep it straight, I'm like, ugh. Don't screw up. Oh my god, that reminds me, like, the other day, my daughter and I went to the grocery store, and I usually use, like, the self-checkout. A lot of people are like, I'm not using a self-checkout. I don't work at that store. And I'm like, I use a self-checkout just to, like, get the hell out of there. Like, give me my stuff. I don't care if I have to bring up my own shit. Like, whatever. But the one at our grocery store, like, repeats all of the stuff back to you. And I'm like, shut up. And then it's like, please take your bags. Please take your bags. And I'm like, I am ho. But I was walking away, and then the girl at the little thing that, like, watches you to make sure you don't steal stuff or to help you, she started laughing. I'm only gonna bring this, I'm only gonna bring this over a little bit because this is where I'm gonna do, like, the lighter colors. And here, what is that? I don't know what you're saying here. This is where I'm doing the lighter colors, and I'm wondering here, like, why is this turning, like, I don't think you can see it really that much. Like, why is this turning pink? Oh, yes, exactly. CVS, I use it all the time. Yeah, I don't know, I think it's easier. Like, I don't have a problem. It's like, even yesterday I used it at CVS. And I said to my daughter, I was like, why are all these people waiting in line, like, for the person to ring them up? There was like 10 people, and she's like, they probably don't know how to use it. And I'm like, you know what? You're probably right. I definitely need to get a new one of these primers because I think it's getting streaky and weird. But I'll make it work. Alright, so I got the lines down, and what I did the other day, I used this like gel liner, which kind of got gross on me, so I really don't want to use it. So what I'm going to do is what I did the other day. to try and blend it. So I had where's my brown? You know, the day that I'm like actually organized is the day that like civilization is going to end, right? That's pretty much how I feel. Like one of the, like that meme where people are like, I finally got my shit together and then I died, or, you know. It's pretty much how it's gonna go. But I had just a brown eyeliner that I use, because there's a dark brown, but I don't want to use that dark brown. Oh, for heaven's sake. That's black. Alright, we're going to use the really dark brown. So I'm going to do black here, but just to blend this over, I'm going to use this dark brown, and I'm going to go from here all the way down and kind of like make it like a little bit of a C shape. And bring it over here. So I'm just going to blend it over this way, just a teeny bit. I'm coloring that black. So I'm filling it in, but I'm also going to like soften the color. And that works. And then where I'm not filling it in over here, I'm going to do black. But you kind of just want it so it's more of like a dark here, and then it fades to a lighter brown, soft contour, and then I'm going to go in with lighter colors here. I just think it looks so pretty there, and I was like, wow, I should really do my makeup like that more often. It looked really neat. And like I said, really the worst part was just getting these lines down, but it actually worked out pretty good today, so I think actually kind of practicing the past 2 days helped. So it was nice. Okay, so I got that there, and now I'm going to take this little brush and just blend that pencil. So it has a little bit of like color on it because I used dark brown already, and that's okay. You just want to like take these edges and blend them just enough to like diffuse them. And blend that out here. Over here. And if you look this way, you know, it kind of goes down like this to like the shape of your eye. So that's what I'm just gonna like connect it and make it kind of like a little cat eye type thing going on. And just drag that down. Okay, so I got that there. I got that brown and that brown. So now I'm going to go in with my black, and I'm actually going to wet it just because this is like really shiny. So I'm going to use, I actually used this yesterday. I got this from CVS, and I thought I just was like, oh, it's really wasn't that much for like how huge of a bottle it is, but it's just like a hydrating facial mist. A lot of people use setting spray to wet their stuff, but it actually worked out really good for me, so I was glad. And I had like a little teeny pointy brush. I really need to clean my makeup brushes. I probably said that like a billion times, but it's true. I do. I do. If I could find. Bitch, you're not going anywhere. I got shit all over my hand. I'm sorry I'm so disorganized. One of these days, maybe. Alright. I did also say I was tired. Oh, I found this brush, so we're going to do this one instead. This one I got at Big Lots. And they kind of work okay, but they don't work as awesome as the girl said. So I'm spraying it over here just so I don't get it on like my stuff. So I'm just spraying the tip of the brush so then I can make it wet. And I'm going to go into... Oh, I just broke that shadow. Well, that's fun. Wonderful. Oh, it's not that broken. I'm going to go into the cremated palette. I'm going to go into Hearse. Just a nice dark black. And it didn't get wet as much as I wanted it to. I hate spraying like onto the color, but oh well. Alright, so we got the black. And then we're just going to go right in. And the same idea that I did before, I'm going to do like darker here and then kind of just blend it into that brown. So I'm just going to like tap it. And since I already have the lines made, I don't have to worry like when I move my eye that it's going to be weird. And I'm not going to stretch it either because you don't want to stretch your skin to do any type of liner. Because if you get in the habit of it, it just ends up like stretching over time, and you don't want lines. We don't want lines. Okay, so we just darken that up there. I'm going on this side and do the same thing. And one thing about doing the shadow and then wetting it, up as opposed to like the other day I did the gel liner, once it dries I can blend it into the brown. And I just got to be careful on the left eye because like I said, I can't really, I could see what I'm doing here, but then over here it's a little wonky because the brush hides where I need to go. And then when I have to look this way, I have to like turn my hand and it's not, doesn't work out as good. Right, still going in that like C shape. I'm going to get it into, and again, if I go outside of the lines, it's really not going to be that big of a deal. If it's just a teeny bit. I could always clean it up, which I probably will. Okay, so the black's in. Good. I'm going to go in next. I will go over that with brown, but not yet. Only because I don't want to do brown. And then, if I do the brown, you know what's going to happen. It's going to blend into the, like, other colors that I want to do. So, I don't want that. Alright, so where's my teeny brush? I really like these Urban Decay brushes that came with the newer palettes. The one end blends really nice, and then the other end just has this tiny, tiny, tiny little guy that really can get into like the corner of your eyes good. So once I clean the brown off, I'm going to go in with the pink. I'm just looking to see if I had the other one that I used for the pink. Oh, I do. Yay, here it is. Good, I don't have to worry about cleaning. Oh, I used you for dark pink yesterday. I need one of those automatic brush cleaners. I gotta look it up. Alright, let's see. Alright, that's clean enough. So see how teeny it is? Okay, so I'm gonna go in with Cherished. This is in the Huda Rose Quartz palette. We're gonna do that, which is really, really close to like my favorite pink ever. So I want to just keep it right here in the inner corner, and then see how that, well, you'll see on this side. This brush just fits right in that little socket area there. I'm just going to go in and do the pink. Just like a nice, pretty, like, baby pink. But it's bright enough that it just kind of gives a little bit of a different effect compared to the brown and black. I remember like years ago, that was like a huge thing where it was like baby pink, black, and brown, like the like a smoky eye type of look. So see how I'm taking the pink to the brown? If I did brown there first and then did the pink would pick up the brown and then I'd be bringing it over. So I don't want to end up doing that. So I'm just going to go in here. And then I'm going to just kind of bring it up. So we got the pink in. I'm going to go in with this little brush. And I'm going to do this color here, Mantra. It's going to be like a transition color between the black and the brown. So I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to press it in and then drag it up because we're just going to do like an ombre effect going from the darkest to lightest. This is kind of like a dark purplish, but it really works for this because it's like a purplish brown. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like a bruised color, but and then this side it went into the black a little bit more than I'd like, but I could always go in and fix that again. Okay, so I did that. I'm going to clean off this brush, and the next one that I'm going to go into is the one next to it, Precious. And it's like a stone color, but again, it has, all of these have like a pink or purplish like tone to them. So this one is Precious, and this one I'm going to go right over that brown liner that I did. So I'm just going to go in and press it in and then bring it right up to the pink, but I'm not going to touch it yet because then we have another brown to do. Okay. I thought this was cute because it had the pink, sort of like a Valentine's type of look. Alright, and then just checking my lines. Good, and then I'm going to wipe that off. And then the next one I'm going to go into is Radiate, which is a little bit lighter. So we're going darkest to lightest, and then we're going to do the Radiate. And that one is going to take us right to the pink. So if you notice, it's just right in between, as far as tones go, right in between that brown and pink. Okay, and then we're going to go back into that and do that here. I picked up purple. I gotta come up with an idea for like music or something. And I did get it over the black liner, but I could always go over the black liner once again. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm gonna bring that down. This one's looking patchy, so I just want to blend it. Okay. I think they look pretty even. It sucks because like on here you can't really see it that good, but like in pictures it shows up better. So now what I'm going to do is just take this fluffy brush and just drag this way, just the teeniest bit. Like I'm not even putting much pressure on it, just to get those blended over. Good. And then the next thing that I'm going to do, I used This is another Huda palette. This is the Nude Light. I used this like all summer. I know they were on sale recently, so I need to find out if they have any of them again, because I definitely want to get it again for this summer. I'm just going to get this little brush here, and I don't think there's names for these colors, but I'm just going to go into the lightest one here. And then this one I'm going to do on my brow bone, so I'm just going to press it in underneath my brow. It's like just like a vanilla color, really. So then we're going to do this. I got some sort of like dark here, but that happened to me yesterday too. Oh well. You can't really see it, so it's good. Alright, so we got that, and then I'm going to take the same thing and go right down here. Okay, and then I'm going to take that little tiny guy again, and this time I'm going to go into, it's a little more purple, Serenity. This is what I did yesterday too, but I used like the bright green, and I'm going to just make like kind of like a half circle type shape right here. And I'm going really lightly because I don't want it to like really show up, but I want to be able to see it a little. Just to kind of give it something else besides just that stark black line. And then I'm just going to connect it to the tail. And then I'm going to bring it down and this way. So we're just following the same like geometrical shape of my eye and what we had done there. And then I'm just like lightly doing it here because I don't want it to be too dark and take away from that baby pink, which sometimes light colors like that will like just kind of fade a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'll end up putting it on again at the end. So I'm going to just connect that over here. And just same thing, go with the shape and down. And then this one I ended up going up a little bit higher than this side. So we're just going to make this side a little higher to match. Alright, and then I'm just going to blend it a little bit so it's not like, I want it to be noticed, but I don't want it to be like in your face noticeable. Just that there's a contrast there. Down. Just around a little bit. Obviously, nobody's like eyes are perfectly symmetrical, but I'm sorry. That worked. Oh, dude, what the frig, man? I'm like, don't pull on your eyes, I'm trying not to. Okay, let me make sure I get all this crud off. So, that worked out. And then the last part that I did the other day was I took one of the colors out of the Nude Light. This was my favorite color, but it's like a nice, really just shimmery pink, and it just added a little something right here. So I'm going to just go into that, and then we're just going to kind of plop it in there, right over the brown, and then kind of into the black. And it also has like sort of like gold flecks, which is like brownish. So then what that's going to do too is those spots that were a little darker, that's true, unless you got like too much glitter and then it gets in your eyeball. But what that's going to do too is wherever it looks like it's not blended enough, or if there's like a little bit of a harsh line, it's going to throw your eye off and it makes everything look like it's super, super blended. So it works out. Let's see. I'm okay with how that looks. I am not going to, that's what happened yesterday was like, I was like, I need to make this even. And then it was like, doo, 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 doo. And then it was like, Amy Winehouse territory. And I'm like, oh no. So let me turn this curling iron on. How long have we been? Ooh, 45 minutes. That's not too bad. All right, so next we'll go on to doing the face and the under eyes. I might not actually do my hair on camera. We'll not do that. Okay. Oh, and then I got this cute new blush last week too. And I've used it and I like it, but I didn't use it on the show yet, so. My coffee's cold now, but. Alright. So, where's my little doodad? Alright. Same concealer I've been using for a bit, the True Match. What is this one? It's basically the eye cream in a concealer. 1-2. So we're going to put that here. Work it up. I put more here and then like less up here. And then I want to just kind of go up next to that and around. And it's like hard to avoid touching that line when you have like a sponge, but I'm gonna bring it up under here. And don't mess up your line. There we go. Good. Alright, and oh, I didn't finish the inside of my brows. So while that sets, let's just do that quick. I've been using the Jeffree Star Orgy palette for my brows for a while. Since I got it pretty much, because I think that with the colors that are in it, it works out really nice. I just didn't do this inside spot here. And then, I don't know, I don't pick any particular colors. Like, I'm just like, what one do I think is going to work today? And that's what I'll do. And I'm just going to go over that pencil that I did just to make it show up a little bit more. Because for some reason, it's not been sticking on the top part of my eyebrows. But then when I do the powder over it, it's pretty okay, so. And I'm kind of, if it's a little like diffused towards the end, I'm not worried about it today. Just because I kind of like, I'm in the mood and I kind of like it. And I'm just going to flick this up here. And just going to brush that down. Not bad. Again, I'm not going to go like nuts with it. You're okay. All right, so we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, which I actually do like this foundation. I'll probably have to just get a darker color and see how it works out. because I think this is the only color that I've actually had. So we're just going to put it all over the place. One of these days when I get money, I'm going to get that hole in my face fixed. Nobody can really see it, but I know it's there. Don't pop deep pimples, people. It's literally been there since I was like 18, so it's just annoying. I didn't put any concealer on over anything either today because I was just like, whatever, it'll be fine. Okay. Oh, I know last week I had mentioned that I had a biopsy done on my thyroid, and they were like, oh, you should get the results in a week, and I haven't heard anything yet, so it's been a week. Hello! Thanks for popping in. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to just tap this here to kind of just darken up that under eye just a smidge, because it's a little lighter than I would like. Alright, and then do I want to do anything? I don't remember what I did actually the other day under my eye. I don't think I did much, but I don't want to leave it like blank. Oh, I might have used this one. Let's just go for it. We're using the Huda Nude again, and I'm just going to go into this one just to darken up the lower lash line, but not really like have like a dark black line. And it's like a purplish magenta tone, so it works out pretty okay. Yeah. Then I have that, remember I put that on my upper eyelid, and now it's down in here, so I'm going to just use this paper towel and just going to roll it up. Because I hate eyeliner in here. Like, I have a peach one, but alright. Okay, so for lashes, hey, oh, I don't know, that happened last week too. It was like I was almost an hour in, and I also didn't even like post anything today, like, oh, I'm gonna do a live today. It was just, I had work, and I was just also like, so, hello! See, everybody's popping on now because they're getting the notification now. I wonder why it's taken like an hour. This is a Physicians Formula, the Butter Blowout Mascara. And on its own, it's pretty decent for like every day. But what I've been doing is putting it... Oh, okay, great. Well, thank you so much for saying hi. I hope you sleep well. And if you're in our area, we're going to get snow and stuff. Be safe. Okay, and then going in with the normal Ever Whiplash Mascara. I need a new one of these, and it got like nasty. I swear it's eyeliner. I looked at it the other day, I'm like, what the hell happened to that? So I like doing my mascara before I do... I didn't really say I was going on today either. My promoting really sucked today. I was not sure, and then I was like, you know what? If you're not consistent... Oh, did ya? Oh, thanks. That snow, yeah, well, that's what's supposedly coming to me. So, you know, it moves west to east. Yeah, I think I need to. The problem with me not promoting what I'm going to do is because I don't know what I'm going to do until like the last minute. So, in time, there'll be more people, I'm sure. But for now, it's okay. Yeah, right. I know. Yeah, we're supposed to get that too. So we'll see what happens. We shall see. I know my kids already, I'm pulling off this mascara off my lower lash line because for this look, I don't want them covered. But I already got, they're closing school tomorrow, so, you know, no more snow days, kids. Got virtual school now. I think the one time they actually did, like, not have school because they could, there's, like, a certain amount of days that they could have. Alright, so I already did, I did my, mascara, so now I'm going to go in and do my forehead. Just because, like, I go like this, and then if I put my foundation on my forehead, and then I do that, then it just gets, like, messed up, and then you see the lines more. Oh, thanks. I don't know, a lot of people are like, you don't need makeup. And I'm like, but I like it. Like, it's not the fact that, like, I'm like, oh, like, I need to put makeup on my face, you know, for a certain reason. It's just, it's always been something I like. Just like I was saying earlier about, telling my daughter yesterday, I was like, is this even? And she's like, I don't understand makeup. And I'm like, yeah, but you understand, like, drawing. I wish I could turn this down here. This new setup I have here, I think I'm going to change it back to my old one because I think my phone stayed better in the other ring light. So for next week, I'll do that because I hate, like, messing with stuff. Alright, and then... Oh, well, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. Because I just like to be fun. That's all. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation that I usually use for contour. I wish that that contour thing that I got last week worked out, but it did not. And I'm going to go here. And then how about yesterday, I was like, I contoured my nose and then it looked really good. And then I had to wear a mask to go get my son from practice. The end broke off this brush, so I've just been using this one to, like, blend this. Because the other one that I've been using, I think, is too big. And it's spreading it too far down here, so... And then I did something fun yesterday, and then I used, like, a darker contour. Yeah, thanks. I know, I was looking at, pictures the other day, and I was just like, wow. To be honest, like, last year, I did more makeup looks ever in a year than I have, and I don't even know when. Probably ever, to be honest. And I was like, wow, holy crap. I was like, you did a good job, chick. I was like, it was nice. Let me see. Alright, that's good. Yeah, the only thing is now that I did... Oh, yeah! I did the pumpkin that day. I liked the first time I did that pumpkin look though. With it was all black mouth and the eyes and stuff. So I'll have to see. I don't know. I like doing stuff when I'm like in the spirit for it, and I'm like, I'm not in the spirit for like Halloween right now. So it's too forced to me if I'm doing something and it's just to do it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, this is crooked today. So we're just gonna like fuck it up and then fix it. And I always thought contouring your nose was like dumb. I'm like, why the hell would you do that? Are you? Nice. But I realized because makeup a lot of times like it covers up your natural highlights. So like in real life, I don't, like with no makeup on, I don't need to like contour my nose for any reason. But when it actually takes away my natural highlights, then I have to do it just because then it like, you have to add back what you removed as far as coloration on your skin, if that makes sense. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go in with this. I did have fun with the 80s stuff yesterday though. I was like, yay. Alright, that's good. Let's go in. This is like a mini Huda Beauty powder that I got. I think I got it as like a free gift when I ordered stuff, so I'm just gonna go in and do this. Put the powder there. Thank you. It's kind of just like, it's like where I would gravitate to, so I'm just like, here we go. I just wanted to do the pink, and then I'm like, let's do green, and then let's do this. I just wanted to do something a little different than this one, and then I was like, alright. Okay, so that's that, and then, like I did yesterday, I'm going to do it again today, just to do a little bit more of contour, if I could find that brush. No. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I actually went into, what one was it? I don't even know. It was one of these, so let's try this one. This one's Money Shot. So I just took the brush and just dipped it in, and then plopped it on here. I think this was it, because I just wanted to have like a little more of a contrast there yesterday. I'm not going to put it on like my forehead or nothing, because that's going to look weird as hell if I do. And then I'm just going to blend that up. So I have like darker here, a little bit lighter here, and then we're going to have the blush and the highlight. Just going a little more inward than I wanted, but I'll fix it. It's hard for me because I like how this looks when I do it, but because I already have like high cheekbones, then I go in and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, you did it a little too much. So I've been trying to keep it away from here, because I just want to have more of like a up here type of thing. A lot of people will bring it inward here because like they're like a little chubbier here, but I'm not. So alright. Sorry if you hear children yelling. My daughter keeps telling my son to shh, but I hear her more than I hear him. So okay. Next, I am going to go in with, oh, I didn't throw that. I thought I threw that one away. Alright, and where is my, this is the Bravon Diamond Eyes Brightening Powder. So we're going to take that and we're going to go right in here and brighten up here. And brighten up here. Yeah, we're only a little over an hour today. And I'm almost done. Just those like folds in your face. I just want to like, it's not like they're bad. I don't think that they're terrible, just so you know. I'm not like, oh my god, no, but just to kind of like, if you see in the camera, wherever it looks dark, I want to just bring forward, because the camera picks up like everything bad. That's the thing. It's just like, oh, does it just look like a tiny bit bad in real life? Yes. So you see how that just like pretty much, like, it's gone now. The indentation's just gone. So yeah, it's not like it's bad, but in real life I'm like, oh, I look awesome. And then I'll take a picture of myself and I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on here, camera, you bitch? Good. Alright, I'm going to just let that sit on there for a little bit. I'm going to use this new blush that I got. Actually, no, well, let's do that next. I'm going to take my, another one that does not have a handle. And this one here, I've been using this one a lot. I was looking at other highlighters too. This is Milani Baked Highlighter in Dolce Perla. So I'm just going to go on my nose, right up here, down here, forehead a little bit. And then I like to go like pretty dramatic to like kind of lift everything up, just to go with that like line there. And it's funny too, because on here, like this looks dark as hell, but then I'll take photos and then it doesn't look dark at all. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm just gonna blend that. Blend that. I like doing the contour and then highlight and then blush. I think that just looks really nice like that. Okay, I'm gonna use this. This brush is awesome. This is Ever Beauty, because it's curved, but it fits like right on your cheek, and then ta-da! But here's me doing like 15 swipes, and then I like using the little tip to kind of go on here. And then I'm just gonna go just a bit on the cheeks. In the front. So we're just gonna like, again, an ombre effect. So we're darker here and then lighter here, making it look like a little bit of sun. I swear to God, as soon as that sun is nice, I'm gonna be in that damn sun. Not a ton. Like, people be like, watch out. I mean, I know I got burnt to hell last year, but still. Alright, lips. I was gonna do this one, but I don't know. I want to do like pink, but I'm not sure if I have. Oh, I didn't do my little beauty mark. I'm gonna use this. I'm just gonna use this liquid liner and do it. This. Ta-da! Alright, what kind of pink do we have? I buy like lip stuff all the time, and I think I need to go through some of these. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to do that, that pink anyway. These are another ones from like a line that we're going to be having at work. It's kind of like our own line. It's a, what is that called? I'll think of it. Oh, a private label. That's what it is. And my lips are still stained from the pink that I used last night, which kind of helps lining them, so that's good. This pink is like a little bit peachier than the eyes, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, and then this is like a liquid lipstick. I used it the one day and I was like, wow, that's actually like really nice. It doesn't get crusty on your mouth or nothing. And then this is just a little darker, but that's okay, it looks good. A little bit more on there on top. Well, it didn't turn out how the color I wanted it to. It's a little darker, but it works. I'll just put a gloss on it and see if I can change it. I don't think that's too bad. I'm gonna let that dry. I don't know, I was gonna do my hair. Yeah, I'll do it after we're done. Because it won't take me long, but I also don't want to keep everybody on here for like ever. It's only a little over an hour, so that's not too bad. Sometimes, why do I take like 2 hours? So doing like graphic lines like this really isn't that bad. It's still kind of curly from last night, so black right there. Just blend that out. I think it looks good. Not bad. So right here. I can mess with that later, but overall you get the idea. I am really proud how these eyes turned out doing it live. So I'm going to use over this the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Petal, just to see if I can do something else with it. Okay, well, all these colors on the lips matched up really nice, so that's cool. It's not the same shade as the eyes, but on the same hand, I think it's kind of nice that it's more of like a dark pinky nude in comparison to this pink, so it doesn't blend in that much. Okay, so I'm going to turn this up a little bit. So we got the right eye, left eye. Okay, I'm done in only like a little over an hour. Yay! Okay, so I'll definitely be on next Thursday. I'm glad that I did it, even though, like I said, I was tired. I'm kind of feeling blah, but consistency is key. So, oh, thanks. I might not even really have to curl it, just like fix it a little bit. So, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. And then, oh, and then that's what it looks like when they're closed. I think I'm just like happy with like this particular, I don't know, just, I'm like, ooh, that just looks so pretty when I saw pictures of myself. Or I did this thing on Instagram. It was like a filter thing, just like a tarot card, whatever, something. And then I was like, oh, thank you. Me too. And then I was like, oh my God, people are going to see this and probably think like I have a filter on, but I don't. I'm like, it's just my makeup that I did. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to have to see why the live notifications are taking like an hour to show up. I don't know why that would be. Settings on YouTube itself, like I can't really do much. I think it just does it on its own, but we'll see what happens. So thank you again, and if you're watching the replay, thank you, and I will see you at 9 o'clock next Thursday. Have a good night, and thanks again for always showing up, guys, and I appreciate you.